Welcome back. So, our young empire of France, it's 1420 BC. We have the pyramids, the great pyramids of France. Oh, one thing I wanted to talk about, but I didn't get a chance to, is my district layout choice. So I want my commercial hub here, because it gets +2 for being on a river. I'm going to put a theater square here, as it gets +2 culture for touching a wonder. And it will also complete the adjacency bonus for the commercial hub here. So it'll be touching 2 districts, which will give it another +1 gold. And then I can put yet another theater district here, which will be touching the wonder, and it will be touching 2 other districts. And then I can put another commercial hub here, which will be on a river, and will be touching 2 districts. So I'm getting quite a few bonuses that way. It's really important to plan your districts this way, because if you don't think about adjacency, you're just missing out on free yields you otherwise wouldn't be getting. You're also probably noticing I'm building on desert. Like, desert is such... you don't want to work desert, right? So you might as well stick your districts on there. With the exception of certain wonders, right? Like pyramids. I kind of forgot because it's relatively new. Jebel Barkal, you build it on desert hills. I don't have iron. It would have given me iron. That would have been nice. And it gives you quite a bit of faith. It kind of works like Colosseum, where it gives you a yield based on for everything within 6 tiles, kind of like a factory or entertainment district, a stadium or whatever. Gives you +4 faith, which is no joke. I mean, that's quite a lot. That's like a temple, right? Temple, yeah, a whole temple's worth per city. So maybe I could have planned for that a little better, but it's over. You can't get absolutely everything, you know. All right, so same philosophy applies here, where I don't really want to. Don't want to waste production. I want builders next. That's my plan. Wait a minute. Maybe I don't. Did I just get another builder from a... oh, I got it from... That's right. I got it from pyramids. I actually have plenty of charges right now. What I mean is, like, I have 4 builder charges here, and I have 3 builder charges here. And I only really need, like, 1, 2... Yeah, I only need, like, 2... Hell, I only need a few. So I actually don't even need builders right now. I'm just going to go straight into settlers, because I'm not going to build units that I'm not going to use. Right, I don't really... It's kind of... I might as well keep my military units busy. I'm going to do a little bit of scouting. Oh, Hattusa, please survive. I'm gonna be a little lazy, stick him. Actually, no. I'm try to hold off on clicking auto scout, as tempting as it is, for as long as possible, because you do such a better job of scouting than the AI does. But understandably, eventually you get kind of sick of it. Or when you run out of like scouting, you just... There's no reason to delete the scout, because it costs your own maintenance. You don't need to delete the scout, right? But you might as well, you don't need to worry about it. Instead of just having it sit there doing nothing, you just set it to auto scout and it'll just kind of run around. Might get you some tiles, might get you some vision, a little bit of vision you didn't otherwise have. Am I competitive for great scientists by any means? 3, I mean, it's kind of worth it to run a little bit of great scientist points. Because I'm going to get campuses eventually. Definitely not urgent though. I want Diplomatic League, because that way I can boost that cultural city-state. I can get a double envoy with it. And I want to buy those tiles near Hattusa. just in case. Otherwise, though, good old urban planning is always a nice go-to. 2 production doesn't ever hurt. And mostly you want this hill here. Just for a few turns. I'm going to head on over to apprenticeship. It's always really good to be on apprenticeship. Because mostly, not so much because of industrial zones, which are kind of meh. But because of this, all your mines gaining +1 production is really, really powerful. It's true I don't have that many mines right now. Whoops, I meant to be building settlers everywhere. Well, I did want this monument. But I want settler. I'm not going to finish this commercial hub till later. I just wanted to declare it, which I already went over. Definitely need trade routes this game because I have all plains, which means I'm going to have a little bit of trouble with food, which is not something I say often. I mean, it's the only time you are ever gonna have trouble with food if you're is when you're just all plains like this. It's kind of okay though. Food's fairly easy to come by, so. I wonder if Norway gave up here. Might just chop this out. Lumber mills. I like to get lumber mills after apprenticeship. I do need another mine. I have 1, 2, so if I get another one here, I'll have 3. Then I'll boost my mines, so that'll be really nice for me. Alright, just fork it over. This is mine now. So this will never change, right? Hattusa is never going to declare war on me or culture bomb me, so it's fine, you know. Grab it, get it while it's hot, get it while the tiles are cheap. Keep it forever. God. Ah, shh. That's the city state I was trying to boost right there with my envoys. Just died a turn later. It's a good thing I didn't put envoys in it then. I spaced out and waited a turn. So, I've been kind of trying to develop a rule of thumb in regards to expansion. Because there's such a thing. I used to kind of think there wasn't such a thing as overexpansion in this game. Because there's no direct penalty towards settling new cities, right? There's not like in Civ 5 where you would lose science or you would lose yields. I forget exactly how it works. It was mostly culture. You would get a you would lose. There were downsides to expanding, basically, that don't exist in this game. That's what I'm trying to say. And there were more advantages to stacking bonuses on one city, because you would get percentage bonuses. You would get a percentage, your city would get a percentage bonus to science or whatever. And so you'd want to stack as much population in that city as you can, because you can only build that thing once, like your national college or whatever. Definitely going to snag this here. It'd be nice to build an aqueduct city, actually, but I might go over here. I'm not sure how much longer I can maintain a friendship with Persia. Maybe down here. Cover this land here. I think maybe I'll just try to steal land from Lisbon. With my, I very rarely use this policy, but this is a situation where it's very beneficial for me. But anyway, back to my topic. I'm kind of a fan of. My new rule of thumb is, actually, I'm sorry, I'm bumbling all over the place here. What I'm trying to say is, it seems like you always want to spam as many settlers as you can, but because there doesn't seem to be that much downside to settling new cities. But there kind of is. It's kind of cities take a while to get online, for one thing. Like it's quite an investment. Like you can it's not huge, but you're kind of forgetting. Not only are you're taking the time to build the settler, you're taking the population out of your city. You have to guard your settler, bring it to a new place, set it down, and all that. But you also have to build builders, and the cost of builders goes up each new one you get. The cost of settlers goes up each one you get. The cost of districts goes up every new tech. So the later the game gets, the more expensive your districts are, including in brand new cities. And time you're spending building settlers and stuff is time you're not spending going for wonders or building a military or whatever else you might need. So it's still pretty much it's still like you still do want to spam, get as many cities as you can. Always. Like that's a no-brainer. But my point is simply that you kind of want to stagger your expansion. So what I like to do is build like one settler per strong city that I already have at a time. So I'm whipping up 2 settlers right now. And then I'm going to build up some more builders so I can boost all my tiles. I'm going to build up my districts. I'm going to work on that sort of thing first. And then I'll expand again. Because that way I'm kind of doing a little bit of both. I'm building up my cities, and I'm not falling too far behind, and I'm also expanding regularly as much as I can. That's kind of what my rule of thumb for now. So I have only 1 turn left on this settler. So I'm just going to get rid of colonization. I don't need it yet. I do want to keep buying tiles, though. Don't need Diplomatic League for now. I'm going to keep my military close. So, do I want to finish this? I kind of do. More than I want a shrine. I have, I'm just going to auto-explore this. Forgive me. And this one, too. Forgive me! Remember me! Watermill, that's really what I need here. I do have the tech for that. That'll really, really help this city, actually. So, it was a little expensive to invest in these settlers, right? And I could keep spamming them, I have room. But I'm trying to, like, pace myself, you know? So if I'm settling there, I really want to grab some of this land down here as much as I can away from Persia. I think I'm actually going to settle, like, down here. And try to take, like, these dyes, for example. Maybe I can get even closer. That's fine. I'll try to, I think I'm just gonna, like, spam gold and buy tiles all game. Whew, it's cold here in Boston. Hey. Hey. Screw you. Atusa, you owe me your life. I saved you. You don't even know. Interesting that Persia doesn't care for me much. Oh, it's because I declared with, I don't think I'm going to be able to make friends with anybody. The reason being, I'm not going to declare any more surprise wars. It kind of depends what his second agenda is. Wait, I didn't really look. He doesn't like clearing, which I don't do a lot of, so we'll see how that works. I don't know. I do clear enough. I find in the past that I do tend to anger civs with environmentalists, so I don't think I'm going to be friends with him. Norway, I don't know what their second agenda is. Chin, I'm going to be building wonders, so I think he's going to hate us. Oh, maybe not, because we're getting this plus 12. So maybe I should try to buddy-buddy with China. Because I don't know if I'll be able to make friends with anybody else on this continent, so. That said, though, I have to worry about Persia now, because they're pretty powerful, and they're my neighbor. In fact, a good way to judge how threatening a civ is not really... Yeah, will you shut up? Those are scouts. You take a look at their cities and see how strong they are. So this is a really nice city. It's on a river. It's got decent adjacency bonuses. It's got plains. It's got resources. Namely spices, which are badass. Spices are awesome. This city's okay. The city's crap because it was China's though. He took land from China too, so and he took Kumasi. This is a fantastic city. You can see all these quarries and mines. Super, super strong. So Persia, and they have Oracle here. They have another city state. So Persia is kind of a problem right now already. I'm going to try to turn people against Persia. Or I have to think about how I'm going to deal with them is what I should say. So we don't really share a continent, so I can't use my unique unit. Well, I can. It's just like... not going to be phenomenal. 65. I really do have to deal with them. I mean, right now they have immortals. I really don't want them to snowball, you know? Like, they're probably already way ahead. Yeah, 39 science, where I'm at like 10, right? Everyone else is at like 20 or 30. It's normal for me to be behind at this stage of the game. It's not a big deal, but the thing is, Persia's just going to snowball. Because they have some pretty strong infrastructure bonuses in the form of their unique improvement, as well as their boost to trade routes. Alright, Nantes. First of all, we're stealing this tile. And you're going to build a monument, but you're going to declare Theater Square. Curious if anyone else is trying to get them right now. So so far no one else has built a theater square, and that's a really good sign. Because if we aren't competing for great works, then we get so many more, you know? Like, we're gonna get them all. Like, you know, the dream is nobody else goes for them, and then you get all of them, right? I mean, that's far-fetched, but so far, nobody's, we kind of got a monopoly here. I do want to start with the monument, though, because just for the sake of stealing territory. I'm actually going to send this builder down here to help out Nantes. Because La Rochelle has enough good tiles to work already. I don't need to use this builder charges here yet. Eventually I'll need to build mines and whatever, but I actually have a comm hub now. So I can put points into the city states, so I'm about to get +8 in my commercial hub. Can't argue with that, eh? Ooh, so I want temples. do I want? Plenty of good options here. But the best one is pretty much always traders. Traders are very powerful. They're almost the equivalent. They're like the equivalent of like 1 or 2 population. You can think of it that way. Because if you get like 2 food, 2 production, that's like the same as a tile, right? Plus 2 gold if you're using the policy. Plus the road, which is nice. What is next? Probably Colosseum. Can't really argue with Colosseum. I could probably boost this by getting... I'm about to finish my watermill, so I can actually get construction, which is like a rare thing for me, so... I pretty much never get this boost. But hey, I got apprentice ship. It's pretty awesome. So yeah, we're kind of chugging along here, building some infrastructure. My main problem here is Persia. Let's check out their military strength here. Only 338, which is very, very low. That's kind of a sign that I might want to strike sooner rather than later. I don't think I'm going to build encampments as a thing. It's just not really worth it for me. I think I'll finish this commercial hub and then build the shrine and the temple there. And I'm going to try to use Jesuits to buy all my buildings for my theater squares, because that's a more efficient way to use to get them than excuse me, that's like it's more efficient to buy things with faith than it is to just purely build them. Which definitely sounds weird, right? But if you purchase things with faith, they're very inexpensive. Oh no. So if I buy that, then I should be pretty much fine. I don't even know if I want that one. I don't think I need to buy any more tiles here. Good job. Kablam. This has fresh water from the lake. And it is sketchily close to Persia. So you are also going to declare a theater square. I'd like to put a campus up there. I'd like to put a... I don't really... I'm just going to plop this right down. Declare that, that's fine. Let's go monument here. Continue to steal some territory here. As much as we can. Alright, so I want this to hit pop 7 so I can build another district. It's actually about to grow. I don't think I need a trader here. That was a bit of a mistake. Because the watermill is giving it enough food to grow to 6, and then I just need some housing to get to 7. My trader is very useful for food though. So I'm going to probably put in one of my auxiliary cities here. I'm just going to try to grow ruin. I'm going to try to grow that as quickly as possible. I never killed a barb encampment, eh? That's unusual. Yeah, I'll trade you, buddy. Eye for an eye. It's So I have 16 tourism, and that's because Pyramids is giving me 8 tourism. And then it's being doubled by my bonus here, so I'm getting a total of 16 already. So that's like the equivalent, you know, of, what is it, 2 per great work? Why the hell am I blanking on that? It used to be 2. Is it more in 6? Why would the Civilopedia have it, right? That'd be too easy. Ooh, Apadana is pretty good too. I'm actually a pretty big fan of this wonder. Do I want to try for it? Let me check if anyone else is building it that I can see. He's building Chichen Itza. Nothing else here. Don't see it anywhere here. What about you, China? Great library. Okay, so you can see right here. A maniac chatting me right now. He's a deranged psychopath. Yeah, so this is important, right? If you're considering a wonder, like, just take a peek on. This is another reason that scouting is so important in this game. I just know that I'm not going to get Abenana, so I just can completely rule it out, right? I'm not going to waste my time. Forgive me. Sorry, so yeah, my point being, right, keep an eye out, right, for the AI building wonders, or for anyone really, right, if you're in multiplayer. Same principle applies. So in that case, I'm gonna get myself a nice trader. Always a fan of the trader. So I'm getting +2/+2, right, from Paris here. So that's pretty good. Muscat, I would like to get the envoy at Muscat, but it can wait. If I get the envoy now, it'll bring me up to 4. Okay, that gives me suzerain, so that's kind of nice, but it's not. I don't need these amenities right now, and it won't boost my actual hubs, my actual commercial hubs. So I don't know, but I'm getting a ton of money right now, right? I have 2 commercial hubs, and I'm getting +8 in each of them, and later I'll get another +8 in each of them, and they have good adjacency bonuses, and they're giving me traders. So spamming commercial hubs and spamming, oops, I need to swap that in, don't I? Spamming caravanserais. And more importantly, later you want to spam, where is it? Triangular trade. You'll be raking in the money. Plenty of jade here in this empire. I don't think that's a good deal, Gerald. I know you're not known for your diplomacy skills. Look at him. He's still trying to kill this. What an a-hole. Ooh, get out of here. So, when a barbarian scout loses its home, you know, it's like the place where it spawned. It kind of acts weird. It becomes hostile, but it doesn't really do that much. It kind of just sits around, and the only thing it'll do is it'll plunder trade routes. So you do want to kill them. Like, they don't really do anything. They just kind of sit around, like with that exclamation point over their head. But like they'll kill your trade routes, and it's really annoying. So like, if you don't want to deal with that, which you obviously don't, right? Unless you're weird. Just get rid of them. But otherwise, they do no harm. Anyway, that'll about do it for this episode of the French Empire, the pyramid building French. So I'm going to think a little bit here. I'm kind of being pulled in a few directions. I'm very inclined to try to fight Persia after their immortal becomes obsolete, which will be because I don't want to fight into that. So probably when I start to have some like knights, maybe musket men, maybe I will try to use my guard imperials. We'll see. Maybe so maybe a little bit later. I'm gonna build infrastructure for now, then start maybe build encampments, or I don't know. I don't really want encampments. Like I don't know. Oh, actually, maybe I do, because I could totally get some generals here because no one else is really going for them. That's one thing to consider, right? So like Norway's getting a bunch of Great Admiral points, which makes Great Admiral points less valuable for me. Whereas I'm the only one getting Riders right now, which means every point of Great Rider, every Great Rider point for me is extremely valuable because I have like a monopoly on them. So like every point per turn of Great Riders will get me more Great Riders than I would if I was competing for them. That's always something to pay attention to, you know? Like, obviously, if someone else is going for a cultural victory, the more people going for a cultural victory, the less powerful it is for both of them. So it makes the other person getting them a very good target for your spies and for your military. Hopefully that makes sense to you. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, please hit like. That'll be great. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care.